Ladies and gentlemen, behold your new god,
Madoka.
Hey everyone, I'm still currently making Ace Files number 3 and I want some filler content on my channel in the meantime, so here it is. I've watched these two anime in a day and I have some thoughts on them and they're all positive. Mostly positive. I wanted to watch them for a very long time but I kept procrastinating, but due to a certain situation involving famous man, I need to distract my mind on other things than Twitter, so I finally watched them and I can say I have no regrets. In fact, I might have a new religion now. Let's begin the review. To be honest, I like this show more on the fact that it brings so much late 2000s DeviantArt nostalgia than the actual quality of the show itself. I remember that Haruhi was everywhere, even though I never engaged with any of the content because I was a small child and on my anti-anime, not like other grills phase. But the show is still very enjoyable. I expected it to be a generic high school slice of life anime and only got picked because the character design is more moe than other anime at 2006. I was wrong. Not completely wrong, I guess, but I think the appeal of Haruhiism is more than cute anime girls. Okay, so let's just talk about the plot. Haruhi is a weird high schooler. One might say she's a weirdo because she believed in supernatural beings like aliens, time travelers, espers, etc. She never got along with her classmates up until she met Kion, a sarcastic average high school student that also narrated the show. Thanks to Kion, she decided to make a club named SOS Brigade, dedicated to find unnatural occurrences surrounding the school. But oops, plot twist! Turns out that all members of SOS Brigade is actually supernaturals that Haruhi wanted to see. Rei Ayanami clone is an alien, fanservice blob is a time traveler, mysterious transfer student is an esper, and no superpower for Kion, bye! But what about Haruhi? She's a fucking god. Reality is altered and destroyed according to her will, and they all must keep Haruhi from being bored and irritated in order to keep this current reality from breaking. It made much more sense in the show, trust me. The show is a subversive take on high school anime and they are completely aware of it. Haruhi, the main character, attracted a bunch of anime character tropes solely because she wanted it and reality must follow her accord. Meet supernatural beings? Check. Win a baseball match? Check. Solve a murder mystery? Check. Eradicate COVID-19, destroy systematic racism, and eat the rich? Unfortunately no, because God have other plans like wearing a bunny suit to promote her club. Sorry. Wish harder and she might grant your wish. Even though it's a subversive show, it's still very lighthearted, so don't expect any mental breakdown here. While I love the subversive nature and I think it's a funny show, I still have some issues with the show as a whole. First, the fan service involving Asahina. I get that she was supposed to be the fan service trope character and Haruhi poked fun at the trope and Kion even called out her action as sexual harassment, but the execution still feels like a regular fan service to me. The way her body is shot at fanservice scenes feels more winky winky, here comes the boobies for the audience, instead of being a commentary on fanservice itself. It's like that scene in Johnny Test where he points out a dumb helicopter appearing out of nowhere as, haha, it's a cartoon, you dummy. Johnny bestie, I'm happy that you're aware of your existence, but it's still stupid. Go to hell. As a result, I just don't enjoy Asahina at all. Koizumi remains best girl. Another issue is, well, the one thing that introduced me to Haruhi itself, Endless 8 arc. Red Bart had a great video about this, but what you need to know is that they have the same 8 episodes with the exact same plot, only with slight changes. 8 episodes straight. Even when binge watching the show, I gave up on episode 3 of this arc and immediately jumped into the last episode. Imagine the pain of the people that had to endure this during the original broadcasting where new episodes were aired weekly. Though at the same time, I think it's such a genius Sigma move. I don't think there's any show that are willing to waste their resources on making the same 8 episodes, so kudos to Haruhi for doing this. Truly, the greatest Harvard experiment of all time. In conclusion, The Melancholy of Haruhi Suzumiya is a fun show. It has some flaws, but certainly deserves its place as one of the most iconic mid to late 2000s anime of all time. I would say that I am a Haruhiism believer, but then I saw the next show. Oh my god, this show. What the hell did I just watch? I know that I was gonna be on a wild ride, but I didn't expect to be really invested in the lore that this show creates and the bond between all the characters, causing the shock value to be much more heartbreaking. I don't watch much anime, so this is pretty meaningless, but Madoka Magica is my favorite anime of all time along with Evangelion. I think it would be better to watch the show with only vague expectations, so go watch it now. Please try not to bump into spoilers. But if you're still here, well, I'm not gonna discuss spoilers for now. Madoka Magica is yet again another subversive take of an anime genre. This time it's magical girls anime. Unlike Haruhi, however, this show got dark. The basic plot is that Madoka was approached by this creature that would grant one wish as long as she agreed to become a magical girl and fight these abstract enemies called witches. Turns out that being a magical girl isn't all happy, and the loyalty of their friendships are tested throughout the series, I guess. I can't really describe it without spoiling it, but it's so fucking good, you guys. The pacing is perfect, there's no filler episodes, it's just banger after banger, and wow, it's such an incredible show. Also, I cried in the last 3 episodes. I can't believe I'm crying over these bitches. The characters are really likable and human-like. They're neither good or bad person. They made mistakes and relatable selfish decisions, but they still have good intention deep inside their heart. You understand the motivation of each characters and what makes them the way they were. At first, I expected to hate Kyoko because she seems like the most generic tsundere ever, but once her backstory is revealed and she interacted more with the cast, I love her just as much as the rest of the girls. Well, not as much as Mami though. Mami is best girl. The animation and the art direction are beautiful. The fight scenes are really well choreographed and important to the story and the characters. The witches' design are incredible. The cardboard cutout aesthetic fits into their mysterious and destructive nature. That's all I can say for now about them. I've seen some criticism about this show being a regular shock value torture porn a la Elfen Lied, and I completely disagree with it. Dark themes surround Madoka Magica, but each shocking scenes have a huge impact for the characters, the story, and the world surrounding it. I wasn't shocked just because OMG, cute girls cartoon turned edgy. I was also rooting for these characters and relate with the struggle they face. I can't stand it anymore. Spoiler warning, check the timestamps to skip. I can't believe the thing that spoiled Madoka for me is someone pointing out that corrupted gems from Steven Universe is basically witches from Madoka Magica. I will never forgive them. I think Steven Universe is overhated. It's still a good show, guys. Stop praising a regular show and spiting SU. But imagine if Steven Universe took the same route as Madoka Magica. Not as gruesome as Madoka, but just the concept for the gem society. Corrupted gems cannot be salvaged. Crystal gems were more morally gray. Diamonds are the cube of this world. I think it would be so much more interesting and would make Lapis a great character instead of a confusing mess. Okay, that's it. That's the spoiler. Go watch Madoka Magica right now. Meguka good. Join me in Madokaism. As Ariana Grande once said, God is indeed a moe anime girl. Or girls, depending on your point of view. That's it for now. See you in March, maybe. Bye!